Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using a page kit that I had put together. I would say this is one that I put together a year ago when I put 70 pages together. I still have, it's like the non-ending pile, but I believe I have less than 10 layouts, pre-made kits from that. So it was well worth the few weeks that I had put these layouts together or these page kits together, because I've been using them for over a year and I still have some pages left over. Since then, there's twice that I've put more page kits together. Once when I went to Crop and Create back in March here in Moncton, and then again last 2 weeks ago I put another 15 together. So again, I'm probably up to, which the first crop I did got 11 pages done, and the second crop I got 8 pages done. So I did 20 of the pages that I had put together. So I probably have close to 23 page kits left altogether from what I've put together in the last year and a half. So I'm telling you, this is going to be something that I'm going to take sort of advantage of, because when I have just a few minutes, I can just grab one of those page kits and work with it. Now, if you're new to my channel, the first, I guess, page kits that I had put together is on a playlist on my channel, and it's called Calvin Klein. And I think I have like 20 some videos, 20 plus videos for sure, of me putting page kits together, and then some of the pages that I had put together using those page kits, like you see me working with the page kits. And then the second one is called Getting Ready for Crop and Create or something like that. And so I put some page kits together for that. And then my latest one is Getting Ready for a Crop. And I have 2 videos for that, and I put together, I don't know, 13 to 15 pages. So if you're interested, just go onto my channel and look for that, and I show you different ways that I put these page kits together, you know. That is my favorite way to scrap. As a matter of fact, was it yesterday or the day before, I put a page together, and that will go up on Friday, and it's going to be in real time. And yeah, it was, I just kind of brought my embellishments as I was putting the page together, and the struggle was real. You know, it was real. I found it really difficult to put the page together. I find it so much time efficient, and that I don't have to, you know, think too hard when I've just grabbed a bunch of embellishments that obviously sort of go together. I either go by color, by theme, and I put these page kits together, and then I find pictures to match the page kit that I put together. And sometimes I don't spend a lot of time choosing my pictures, but you know what, it always works. And sometimes there might be an embellishment or two that the saying just doesn't go for it, and I just put it in my little container and I use it on another layout. It's not a big deal, but at least I have a base to go to, that I am not looking at my entire scrap room of stuff to work with. Now, even when I used to get pre-made kits, so I was a subscriber of, you know, Studio Calico for a long time, and then Scraptastic for about a year and a half, and then I did Hip Kit Club for over a year and a half, and then I did Click Kits for a bit. Even when I did those kits, within those kits, I always did page kits and then work with that. But anyway, we'll go on to this page for now, and then I'll talk about a little bit more maybe about what I'm thinking when I put these page kits together. So of course, I like to mat all my pages for a couple of reasons. That page in particular, again, it came from a paper pad, so it's kind of flimsy, so it's nice to mat it on a cardstock. Now, before I mat it on that cardstock, I'm going to use that cardstock to mat my photos. So I go in an area where I know that my pattern paper is going to cover, and I mat my photos. And I just take a knife and I just cut. I'm not careful how I cut, so it's all crooked. And then I take my scissors or my cutter. If I'm not too lazy, I take my cutter because I have to move it. But if I feel like I'm not too worried if my cuts are not so straight, I just use my scissors and I just make it as straight as I possibly can. And then I matted my photos. Now, a few of the stickers from the Chanel collection are clear stickers, and I wanted them to stand out a little bit more on that layout. And the base of that background is cream, so I went to my stash and got some vanilla cardstock from Stampin' Up, and I glued the sticker on it, and now I'm fussy cutting around. Yes, it's a little bit of extra work, but I didn't want my stickers to blend too much in to the background, but it also gives me the option of adding some foam tape so that it won't show through the sticker. So this pattern paper from Chanel has 3 distinct separations. So it's divided into thirds, not equally, but it's in 3 pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that sort of to my advantage. I'm going to put some pictures in some of the pre-made grids for me. And some of them I put some pattern papers. Other ones I'm just going to use some embellishments. At the top grid there was like little lines in blue, and it was the perfect place to put my that globe that says "Let's go on an adventure," I think, or something like that. Something about adventure. And it's die cut from the Chanel collection. Most of these embellishments are from the Chanel collection. And then I had grabbed a few labels from other collections. And I'm going to make it all work on this layout. I had cut out a piece of that pattern paper that just has words, and that's also from the Chanel collection. And I just wanted something different to kind of separate the 2 pictures that are on the same sort of row, and or same line, same division. I'm not very good at my rows and columns, so but this, I wanted it to have a separation, and by putting that pattern paper there, it did that for me. And then there was an embellishment that said XOXO, and it was an acetate, and I'm going to put that underneath the photo as a way to kind of give it a little bit of embellishment. And I just put ATG underneath. I don't really mind if you see it a little bit. You don't even see it all that much. And then I'm going to use some of my 3M tape to add some dimension to that globe. And that is my favorite thing to use as dimension. Yes, the roll, as you know, when you buy it, it's quite a bit of money. I think it was like $40, probably close to $50. You can get it on sale sometimes. I've gotten it as cheap as, $40 before. And but I've been using it for 2.5 years right now. And when I used to buy the smaller rolls, I used to have to buy it all the time at $5 or $6 a roll. So it is cost effective once you have it in your hands and you use it over and over again. Now you can use different things. You could use chipboard if you have a chipboard that you have the backing of your stickers, whatever's left over, you can use that to add dimension. You can use some foam. You can use whatever you have on hand. Like I said, I've had this for 2.5 years, and I have another roll as a spare. So I have quite a bit of that left. But if I run out and, I don't have that money on hand right at that point to buy another roll, because like I said, it is kind of a big investment at once. You know, there's other options that you can use to give lift to your embellishments. And just as I'm putting the rest of the embellishments together, there was some word stickers that I had cut apart and I put at the top of the photo of me on the zip line. Yes, that was quite the adventure. It took us 2.5 hours to go through it, and it's a place here in Moncton. It's called Trigo, and it's amazing. Most people, I have to say, did the first, is it 4? There's 3 or 4 different levels that you have to do. And the last one, they call it the black level. And I have to say, most people didn't do that one. There was very few of us that went through it. And it was the most challenging of it all. But we made it through, and we were so proud of ourselves when we did. I have to say, at the very end, and this is the story, I mean, the title is going to be Hang On. I was like the last bit of it. It's called backwards zip lining. So you have to put yourself backwards to zip line, and it only brings you to about, you have to push yourself off, and it only brings you to about halfway through the course, like the zip line, and then you have to pull your body weight, and it goes uphill to where you need to stand up. And then it was the last zip line to the finish line sort of thing. And my son was already there, and I was pulling myself, and I was looking at him going, I don't know if I can do it, bud. Like my arms were on fire, my back was on fire, my legs were on fire, like every bit of my body was shaking. And he was such a good, cheerleader, being at the end and saying, you can do it, Mom. Like you did everything else, and man, I can't believe you did all that, but you can push through it and you can do it. And he was just praising me. And it was so funny because all the other areas, he would wait for me to help me. And I was like, oh, I'm good, I can do it. And that one there, he wasn't there. And it took me everything to get myself up on the ledge. But I did it. And it just kind of proved to myself that I could do it. The year that we did this, I was that last year? I was 49 years old. We didn't do it last year, but still, I was like knocking on 50, you know what I mean? And I did it. And so it was something to just be so proud of myself to do it, because one of my favorite shows to watch is Amazing Race on TV. And I have always wondered a lot of the things that they did. I was like, I don't know if I could do that, like walking on thin wires and going across and pulling themselves, across long areas and climbing mountains and all that stuff. And that summer is all things that we did. And that's the journaling that I want to do for this layout. So I didn't do it on camera because it's something that is going to take me a bit of time to journal, but I'm going to put a little bit more with the tiny letters there, and almost at the end of the video. So I think it's going to say never give up, because that's how I felt. But I just want to let you know that there's not going to be a close-up picture of this layout, and there probably won't be for the next few weeks, and it's all going to I have some news to share with you, hopefully at the end of May or early June, but I'm going to be sharing that with you. So there's going to be quite a few changes, and I can't wait to share that with you. But it is quite a bit of stuff that I have to work through. But so happy to be able to share this layout with you. And if you enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.